Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Happy TVU Thursday. Welcome to another episode of The Black Umbrella. We are your hosts. Oh, I like those. Thank you for this clap.
Yeah, you know, got a champion.
Clap. Thank you.
Applause.
Ooh, you got me feeling like I'm in front of a live studio audience. Yeah, welcome to The Black Umbrella. Happy TVU Thursday. We are your hosts. I'm Frenchie.
I'm Nika.
And I'm Wes.
And we're here. We are here to give you another episode of The Black Umbrella.
Yeah.
We also happen to be queer if you didn't know, but
Oh, that too.
if you're new here, we're queer as well.
Sorry.
We apologize
not
for
sorry,
our queerness.
but-
Not sorry.
Deal with
yeah.
it.
Fuck you.
She said fuck yeah. I said deal with it.
How are we feeling today? It's hot as a bitch. I'll start there.
Yes.
Hot, sweltering.
Sweltering. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And I learned, because I checked the weather app, that it's only going to get hotter from here, baby. This weekend is supposed to be 101 and not the freeway. But it's gonna be just as bad as the freeway.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Gut wrenching.
I thought I was going to come back from Houston and be like, whew, no.
No.
I have gotten no breaks.
All gas.
All gas, no
At the
brakes.
end of this week, I will be a chocolate drop.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure you do.
I do. Are you ready to get into this word of the day?
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
And yes,
Beautiful.
she is a bitch. BICTH. And in that order.
Yeah. Today's word of the day is frozen. Frozen. Treated, affected, or crusted over by freezing. Subject to long and severe cold. Frozen. All right. So my question for you is, in this sweltering heat, what is your favorite frozen dessert to have?
Ice cream. That's easy.
What kind of ice cream?
Doesn't matter,
Oh,
really.
she
It
said
doesn't.
just put
as
it
long as it's
in my
not
mouth.
something disgusting like mint chip or something like that, I'm good. Or like
No.
nasty shit like a chocolate or like a Rocky Road. Hate those.
Understand.
But I did just get every time I go to the grocery store, I get an ice cream that I've never had before usually. So I went to Trader Joe's this week and I went and I got what do they have right now? Oh, it's a blueberry bar. So it's like creamy like ice cream, but like blueberry flavor and like blueberry pieces in it. It's so good. I need to go back because they had a strawberry lemonade one and I want to try that one too. You know, when you see it at Trader Joe's, you better get it because it might not be there.
It'll be gone,
It'll
hon.
be gone in
It'll be gone.
Yeah.
So,
I love a popsicle.
okay, popsicle.
Yeah.
a really good
A
popsicle.
really good one, like a big stick. You know?
Oh, big sticks are the best popsicles.
Yeah.
Kind of not. You can't beat
You
that.
can't beat
You cannot
that.
beat that. And I don't even like orange.
Right.
But
Or
baby,
pineapple. And it's
Right.
both them together in one.
It's a hit.
Something about it.
It's
It
something
is.
about it.
Just so good. You just,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so good, make you wanna.
ice cream so good.
So
It's
good.
your girl Pinky Doll.
I'm crying. For me, when I can, I love to try to grab a Slurpee, but if not, then I'll grab like a milkshake.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I love me a little Slurpee. I was so sad because I rolled past a 7-Eleven the other day and they had like the big inflatable Slurpee on top of the building. I was like, why do they have that? It's just, it's just 7-Eleven. They don't be getting too fancy.
Yeah.
And then I realized the date was 7/13 and I said, I missed 7-Eleven day.
You did.
I was hurt. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I saw all the memes about Beyonce at 7-Eleven, and I didn't even think that it was 7-Eleven day. I was like, oh, wow. Missed that. So focused on Beyonce and trying to get to her and trying to get to her concert, I'm realizing, oh, shit. It was 7-Eleven day, and I missed that.
Yeah. What's your favorite, like, Slurpee flavor?
I don't know. Sometimes they have like this watermelon, like lemonade one. Sometimes.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like some different 7-Elevens, like, it's a hit or miss with the flavors.
You ain't
Because you don't
lying.
know which flavors they're going to have because it could be different wherever you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each one be having a different flavor.
They do.
You be
Yeah.
sad because sometimes you be like, that one I got over there was so good.
Yeah.
Let me stop at this one. All the flavors you don't like is at this
Literally
one.
everyone, like,
Coke. Damn.
I didn't want that.
and I didn't want pina colada, so.
Oh, yeah, no.
That one's never the flavor.
Never the flavor.
I've had a good pina colada on a cruise once. I'll never forget it. So amazing.
I bet.
It was so amazing. One of the best I've ever. Where was I going? Somewhere. Hey. It was amazing.
Hey.
The theme of travel is clearly still here.
It is.
But yeah, are we ready to get into For the Birds?
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Yes, my little Tweety babies.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a few things here. Thankfully, Twitter switched up a few things on that app, so I'm able to peruse and browse and get what I need for the show.
Finally.
Woo! The first thing I want to talk about today is put that pee on pause.
Oh.
What pee?
If you know what pee you got, put that pee on pause. The one betwixt.
Oh.
Why?
The one betwixt your legs. You know which pee you got. And sometimes it needs to be put on pause.
Oh, policing the pee.
I'm policing the pee. Well, really, it didn't even come from me.
Oh.
So I came across this video of this man who, I guess like he has like a pretty good following like on TikTok and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm assuming that the relationship that he was in was kind of like, his followers knew he was in a relationship. They knew the girl, it was all cute, lovey-dovey. Well, they broke up and he was moving out and all these kinds of things. But he also was like going through a really hard time, not only because of the breakup, but also because he was like, I don't got no job. So I don't got no money right now. And things are hard for me right now. So, he just kind of came to his, on his TikTok page and let everybody know, like, hey, y'all, like, I'm just going through a rough time right now. These things are going on. And I'm just going to take, a month off. I'm just going to take a break. I'm going to take my month and just, I'll see y'all next month.
Yeah.
Peace out. Bye. Well, sometimes, when people announce their social media breaks, people they want to know, oh, why are you leaving?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
No, stay, please. Well, his DMs were filled with people offering up their pee, as in cooch
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and place as well. They was trying to offer up two
Trying to
pees.
house him?
They were trying to house him. Okay, they were trying to house him and see him down. Okay, and
No nigga left behind, baby.
None.
I'm telling you, they don't get left behind.
None.
A man will be like, God, I'm so sad. My dog died. My house got foreclosed on, and I just spent my last dollar. And a girl will be like, I'm here to save you. Come to my palace. I'll feed you, fuck you, finance you. All of the above. Okay, and that's basically how they would. That's how that was the energy in his DMs.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Oh.
so he came back on TikTok. He broke his break, and just to give this little PSA, he was like, you guys, you women out there, I appreciate that you would want to do that for me. But I'm putting my pee on pause because I don't got my shit together right now. And you should not be wanting to give me your pee when I don't got my shit together. You should want better for yourself. You should want, why don't you go hop in a man's DMs who got the bread? Cause I barely got the place. I don't got no funds. And you want me? Seek more lucrative opportunities was basically what he was telling these girls to do. And I was like, wow.
Oh.
A broke man? Sorry. But he said that's what he was.
He called himself that.
He called himself that. A broke man turning down a woman's advances. I said, wow, we're moving along as a society. I never thought I would see the day. But I was happy for it. And I was here for the message. I agree. How do y'all move? Like when you're, kind of like in a rough patch in life, do you kind of like get more involved in like dating or whatever? Or you go into like it's on pause. I'm putting my pee on pause.
I don't. Yeah. What? What? I move on. I move on fairly quickly. But it's because whenever I've noticed that something, I'm done with something, like I'm really done and content with being done, or if I've said I'm done, I'm done. And I'm not sitting here harboring resentment. I'm not sitting here harboring feelings about something. Once I've realized this is the end of the road, this is the end of the road, and it's time to find a new one, bitch. So it doesn't take me very long to move on. Like but whenever I say put my pee on pause, I'm not really throwing pee out there to begin with. Like, give me your pee personality. Like, like I'm trying to, I want to see what you about before the pee even gets introduced into the union. Right? Like, I want to see what you about. But yeah, I don't knock anybody once I'm done with the relationship. Like, if I'm done with the relationship, I'm always like, all right, well, some more will come. Like, and if they come, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like, I'm not gonna block anybody because I've always had a very strong sense of self. I don't need to find myself, get my shit together. If I had to get my shit together, then maybe, yeah. Like, but I don't really have to do that either. So I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
What about you, Nika?
I don't really be slanging pee like that.
I'm dead.
To be put it on pause, like Wes said, I'm just.
It was never playing.
Like, it was never. Nothing was ever. I'm just be chilling. I'm always chilling. It be other people be bothering me.
Oh, so your DMs is full.
No.
Yep, she just confirmed it.
No.
Edit that and make it sound like she said yes.
I will.
I'm chilling. No.
Okay. Yeah, for me, yeah, when I'm always in I gotta get my shit together mode. During the times when it's like really bad though, the pee be on pause. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really don't like to be around people in general when I'm going through those moments. So to be around somebody that like, oh, we can have sex, I just like, I really be like, ugh.
I'm thinking about this bill.
Like
these few bills that are past due.
I can't even fully enjoy this moment here because like, I'm thinking about my bigger fish that need frying.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, my PB on balls. The next thing I have under the birds is is that weird? So Keke Palmer.
Okay.
Big boss, right?
Yeah.
Keke P. Exactly.
Yes.
Recently interviewed Raven Simone.
Yes.
Right, Raven Simone.
Yeah.
On her podcast, and Raven was also on there with her wife, and the wife said something very interesting, and I was like, "Is that weird?" So we already know Raven, Disney Channel legend. Okay, she's had of course her own show, That's So Raven. She was throughout Cheetah Girls. And she even has the new show on Disney, Raven's Home, right? So I mean, just legendary, right? And Raven's wife said that she's never seen anything that Raven was in before. She never saw That's So Raven, and she never saw Cheetah Girls or anything like that. But she said she did see, like Even Stevens, Lizzie McGuire, like she watched those, but she just didn't see.
It's impossible for you to watch those shows and not see Raven. I'm sorry.
That wouldn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Especially since a lot of those shows that had mostly white characters, they had crossover episodes with other Disney.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
I mean, Lizzie and Even Stevens was right before Raven.
But
so I don't know how old
I don't know.
wife is. Maybe I don't know how old her wife is. So maybe she watched right as she was before. Yeah, right as she was transitioning out of Disney, Raven was like really hitting Disney hard, and she was like, I'm not even in that mode anymore.
Possibly.
But I still think it's really hard to just watch Disney Channel and not see Raven. But then again, I could also see how that might be.
Right. I was
thinking that too. That's what I was like, that's kind of, when I heard that, I was like, that's weird as fuck. Like, you haven't gone to see like your partner's work. that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's from when they were, you know, a lot younger than they are now, but it's like, that's kind of weird that you wouldn't check that out. But then I thought about it, about like media and the shows that were on Disney, and I'm like, damn, That's So Raven was damn near the only black show on like the whole network. So then I was like, maybe it's not so weird. Maybe it's like, that kind of makes sense. I think That's So Raven was like the last show that would come on that day too. It was like the last slot for like new episodes of that day. So I'm like, damn, I could really see white folk all across this country, because her wife is white, all across this good old country just not knowing Raven.
That
I
makes
thought
sense.
that was so weird though.
Well, I mean,
just to not go check it out. Like you married the woman.
I would say that I feel like you could not know Raven. Like maybe she really hasn't seen any of her stuff, but there was no way that she did not know who Raven was. Like, I mean, Raven had success before Disney. It's not like we don't know who Raven is.
Of course.
So to see the classic TV things that she's been in, I just feel like there's no way that you did not know who she was. However, I can see how you didn't watch
something,
her stuff,
but you knew who she was.
Yeah.
Would you feel some kind of way?
No.
Like if you no. I would be like, why you ain't watch it? Go spend a weekend or something.
Depending on the age,
slowly watch it just for me.
Depending on the age gap, I would be like, it makes sense. Like I don't. But also, if there is no age gap, then that would be like, well, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
Because if there's no age gap, then
something is amiss.
Something's amiss. How you didn't see me,
right?
But no, yeah, I wouldn't feel weird if they hadn't seen my work before.
Yeah, I would ask though. I'd be like, can you though?
Why don't you check it out,
please? For me,
a little feedback.
Then I was like, maybe that's just my ego talking.
It might be. It might be a little ego tuned up in there.
It's a good song.
Okay, that's my ego talking.
It is,
you know.
But I wouldn't feel too bad. I would feel like, all right, well. You haven't seen this work, but I have other work that I'm currently working on that you've probably seen before.
Right.
Like if I'm on, because Raven's currently on Disney with Raven's Home.
Yes.
There's no excuse for you not to see my show that's on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and whenever I say see my show, I mean like you come to see me at work, like you see me filming, like you know what's good, like you see me rehearsing.
Because we go together.
Right, we go together.
Real
you know?
bad.
That would be interesting for you not to see those things. Like if I'm looking at episodes and doing editing and cutting and you're there. You know,
what's up.
You know what's up. But for the old stuff, I mean, yeah, I could see that why that might not be a thing.
Just watch it for me though. The last thing I got for the birds though is, you know, there are just some things that I don't understand. And someone made a video. This girl made a video, and it just really spoke to my soul because there are really just things in this world that we don't understand. Like, for instance, she said the number 11. She said, why isn't it 1T1? Right? Because we got 22, 33, 44. Why do we go 11? Why not 11D1 or whatever the fuck? Right? She also said things like the ocean. Like, okay, so there's just shit out there and we just don't know what the fuck going on at all. We don't know anything. Electricity. Like, how does it really work? I don't really understand how that really works, right? So it just made me think about all the things that I wonder about in this world that I just still don't understand. And I want you guys to think of some things that y'all don't understand as well, but I will share mine first. The first thing that I don't understand is words. Words.
Like how the English language is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me at one point everybody was around just probably silent as shit, and then all of a sudden somebody just said, hey, and that was it? Everybody was like, oh,
that's the one.
Whoa, that's it right there.
Yeah.
How did words come into play? And then words just expanded more into like labeling things like, oh, this is a microphone. These are my hands. Like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
I need a full rundown on language, period, how it started. Because were people silent before and then somebody just yelled out something? Or was it like...
Imagine somebody just got really frustrated when they were like, fuck!
You know? And like, was
what
that
mean?
What is that?
What
was that the first word?
Henry, did you hear that?
And when you heard it, how did you even process it? Because you don't have more words.
Yeah.
That was the only thing you heard. So it just kept evolving. People just start saying more shit. And everybody was like, hey, yeah. Sounds about right to me.
I think that's kind of how language evolves in general, yeah. As people just start saying random things and then people get, if it catches on enough. How language, I think language has evolved 10 times faster than it has in the past years because with social media and things. I mean, there are new phrases and words and acronyms every day that we're all learning from the internet versus the word of mouth of being like, you know, I was in New York on horse and buggy and someone told me
horse and buggy.
Right, you know, like I was in New York on horse and buggy and someone said, oh, you're being shady. And I was like, what? So then I came and I went to horse and buggy on to Atlanta and I told them that they're shady. They asked me what the word meant then.
And I said, you just wait until the early to mid 2000s. There's going to be a show called The Real Housewives of Atlanta. You'll know.
Shade will be thrown.
Sometimes I wish I could go back into those times and just speak how I speak currently. They'd probably be like,
what the fuck is he saying?
Crazy man.
Right.
You know? And then when you also think about how we speak different languages in different parts of the world. So it's just like, wow. In all these different places, somebody just started talking.
Yeah.
And that was it. Or if you let the Bible tell it. You know, they were trying to come together. They were trying to like build a ladder to heaven, and Jesus was like, well, God was like, huh?
Right.
Now y'all can't speak the same language.
Right.
Cut it out.
Right. Scatter.
A mess.
But yeah, what are y'all's things that you don't understand?
I don't understand why water tastes different in different places and spaces. I can't stand it.
It doesn't make sense.
I can't. I like if I get an Arrowhead, a Dasani, and an Aquafina, they all taste different. And it's supposed to all be water, right? All come from the same sources. It tastes different. I don't know what they're doing in those factories to make each water its own unique taste. Because like you're not going to get the same taste from Arrowhead you do from Evian, that you do from this. But apparently, it's all just water. You know. I mean, I do know they come from different sources, like the French Alps or you know whatever, but.
Why?
Well, we put 7 minerals and they put 5. So
why? Like, why? I'm trying to figure it out. Why? Because, you know, whenever you go get Coca-Cola, every Coke tastes like Coke. When you go get Sprite, every Sprite tastes like Sprite. Whenever you go but water, it's always that source, that base of everything tastes different.
Because it really is the base of everything. And why is it? Yeah, why is it so different?
And they are drastically different.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, what am I really putting into my body right now? Like,
true.
Yikes. True. It depends on how it's filtered, where it's from, where it's sourced at. Which I guess makes sense on why it might taste different, but I just feel like there needs to be a universal, like, this is
water.
Like,
and it just says water.
This is the water.
Yeah.
You know? So that's my thing.
What's your thing, Nika?
Plants and why they have a like scientific name and then their name that everybody knows it as. Like there's rose and then there's like the really long scientific term. I'm like
pterodactyl protractor pedalus.
I'm like that. I'm like wild. That and stuff with animals. I wonder. I guess you had to shorten it, but I'm like,
Who made
But who made the decision to be like, all right, that's not a amphibious blah 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 blah. That's a deer.
You know, who's doing the bending?
Who's doing
the shortening?
Who's doing the shortening?
Who is it? Tell me.
Yeah, that's all I got for the birds today. What are we paying dust? What is something this week that had us messed up, fucked up, upset? Just something that we want to, the bad vibes we want to get off from this week.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think about what are some things that really had my bad vibes on bad, but I was pretty much vibing the whole. The heat was high. It was hot as hell.
Yeah,
it was hot as hell in Houston, but I don't even want to pay dust to the heat because
it
was what it was, and I had a good time.
They got AC out there. It's not like LA.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not paying dust to anything. I'm good.
I love that. Yeah. Gosh, what will I pay dust to? Oh, okay. I know what I'm gonna pay dust to. I'm gonna pay dust to the fact that over the weekend I had to transport some things that included a lot of ice that I needed. I left those bags of ice in my car inside of this bucket that also had all of my candles for cakes, all of my a whole new pack of Dixie paper plates, and a whole entire new pack of little plastic forks. I left all that shit in my car and I went to go retrieve it probably like a day, 2 days later, and just shit was falling apart. Soggy plates just crumbling. I was so mad.
Yeah.
At least the plastic forks, I just kept them and I just cleaned them, make sure they were good, and I'm keeping these.
You good?
What the fuck?
You good?
Because I was really upset about the plates.
I know you
I'm
were.
not gonna lie, but hey, it is what it is, and I hope my candles will work because I'm gonna need them again in like a couple days. So
I believe they'll work as long as they dry out. Should be fine.
Yeah,
should be good.
Yeah,
light them up. I'm just gonna pay dust to the labor of last week. Don't know who hexed me.
Do you believe you've been hexed, honey?
I don't understand how 10,000 things could go wrong so fast and so easily.
Maybe once one thing
Runaway
goes
train.
No, it was like a domino effect, and it was every day. It was something new, and I was just like,
it's a mudslide. That usually is what happens though. Is whenever one thing goes wrong, it's just the next
another.
and the
yes,
next
and
and
it
the
just
next, and you're
kept
like, damn.
going. And I was just like, should I just run out to the street in front of the freeway right here and just?
Please don't.
Is this it?
don't.
Please don't.
Because I was ready. I was at.
Because I'm not gonna be doing the scraping and the picking up. I'm
Oh
not
my goodness.
I love you, but I just can't do that.
I will not.
Don't get me on rescue and recovery, baby.
Okay.
I would be in the car. What do you, what are our shining moments? There we are.
Shine.
What is something that brought us some joy, something that made us happy this week? Some good vibes, the positivity of our week.
Mine was Houston.
Yes.
Come on.
I was in Houston
Houston, hottie.
from Thursday to Monday, and I did something every day.
Beautiful.
I spent time with my family. I spent time with friends while I was out there, and I just had a good time.
Beautiful.
Yes.
It was exactly what I needed. I loved it. It was great. Yeah, that's Houston. I mean, I could go into details, but I don't even need to do that. My friends know what I did. But I did go to.
So I'm going to tell you right now.
I did go to the strip club, baby.
Hey.
I went to Onyx. Woo! One of the best strip clubs I've ever been to.
Shout out Onyx.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Go to Onyx. If you go to Houston, go to Onyx, please. They close at 5 a.m. You'll be fine.
Hey.
Whatever time you want to go. Just go. But if you want to get a drink, get there before 2. Know that.
I'm gonna my shining moment is gonna be that it was my man's birthday this week. Yes.
Woo-woo-woo.
Yes, it was my man's birthday this week, and we had such a great time. He threw a show, and the show was sold out, and it was a good time, good vibes. Great artists came through and performed. Even that little alien, Lil Mayo. Okay,
That sounds familiar.
yeah. The little alien popped through and everything too. It was great. It was great. We had a good time. And I made a blue velvet cake from scratch.
Oh, baby.
From
Love.
these manos?
Yes.
Yes, that's Manos.
That's my
From these hands right here. Okay.
Wow.
Blue velvet cake from scratch.
Frenchie's on her language tip today.
I am. I'm telling you, I'm going to find out who the fuck said something first.
You should.
Lávate las manos.
You know,
Lift your hand. Okay, sorry.
but yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time. Great show. I baked a cake and surprised him with it, and it was really fun to do that.
Three layers, okay?
3-layer blue velvet cake that I had to make from scratch because the bakery that I would usually get it from closed because the pan pizza. So
Yeah.
R.I.P. milk. And then the next day we went to Dave and Buster's and we had a ball.
Hey.
I found out something. You know, I might not need to say it because what if the Dave and Buster's CEO listens to this podcast? I don't want him to figure me out, but I'm just gonna say I found out something really cool about my Dave and Buster's card. And we had a lot of fun.
Oh,
it was great.
Guess we're gonna find out after the show what that is.
You let us know what you found out.
Yeah.
Let me know.
We'll tell y'all later.
Right. Great times at Dave and Buster's.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Oh wow, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Because I had such a gut wrenching week.
Oh God!
My gosh, gut wrenching.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Yes, because I had such a gut wrenching week, and Wes was gone, and Frenchie has a man.
Fuck us, man. Damn.
Whoa!
How dare you have a nigga? How dare I be gone?
No, I'm joking. But I told him, because the week was just so I was like, okay, I have to do something. But on Saturday, I did nothing. I just stayed in the bed and I went to sleep and I said, okay, fine, I'll do something tomorrow. So then Sunday, I got up and I went and got in the shower, and then I went to Marshall's.
Oh,
yes,
right when it was opening.
Were all the flat irons gone?
Were they?
You know, I think actually there were a couple at the one that I went to.
Okay, they're not all gone yet.
You know where I went to where
get you some kernels, baby.
I went to where Wes gets his haircut over there to that Marshall's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cute.
Yes. So I was over there. I watched them unlock the door because I was like, I wanted to go when there's no people, when there's not a lot of people.
We're right there in the front. Right.
Well, I was in my car, but I
on the front line.
Was there a line?
saw them. No, well, some of the, you know how the older people they like to be up there.
Yes, they do.
Right with you.
Yeah. Yes. But I was in my car and I saw everybody. I was like, oh, they're locking the door. Let me go up in there. So yeah, went to the Marshalls and then I was like, I'm hungry and I kind of need to go to the mall. So then I went to the Lakewood Mall and I went to Black Angus.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We love a little Black Angus trip.
Black Angus, I love you. So good.
Damn,
that was
got her going. Ooh.
Push and pee.
Fire.
Fire.
Black Angus, so good.
Please.
But yeah, I just spent some time shopping and walking around and it was hot. So I left and went home.
I know that's how you do it. To your AC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nika's the only one at this table that got AC
She's
in her
the
home.
only one who has AC in her home. What a privilege.
I'm just thankful for the previous homeowners for making a smart decision.
Yes, that's very true. They made a very smart decision.
They did.
I love that.
Don't you?
I love that. I wish I had. Well, I had it while I was in Texas, but once I got here, I said, damn.
Exactly, because we be melting.
It was a luxury. Well, shall we get into the gust of wind?
Yes.
Let's do our thing then.
Blow us away.
Oh, we caught the wind as it was going out. Huh?
Hey,
It was coming back.
Coming back around. Dorothy and Toto.
Not Dorothy and Toto. What's up, y'all? Again, I am Wes, and we're in our Gust of Wind segment, which means that I'm going to be going over some new music as well as some pop culture things today. Mainly new music. Don't really have much for pop culture because everybody's going through it right now. Everybody's going through it right now, apparently.
There's a lot.
But first, something about your hands on my body. Feels better than any man I ever been. Coco Jones.
Coco
Yeah.
Jones.
Coco
Coco
Jones
Jones.
came out with the ICU remix with none other than Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't know what to expect from it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I especially didn't think it needed a remix because it's it's just so good by itself, you know.
Yeah.
So good.
And I'm not even gonna say that I probably won't opt into listening to the remix on a regular, but it wasn't a bad remix. I think Justin's vocal shined. He did well. Everything was good. Everything flowed. It made sense.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to feel because I knew it was coming. I was like,
Right.
Coco Jones, Justin Timberlake.
How does that sound?
How is that going
Let's see how this goes. But it went well. I don't know if they're going to start putting it on radio, but I love the regular ICU. So
Yeah.
I did too. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved it. Sounded like she re-recorded it. Like these are all new vocals. They didn't just, like how remixes like tend to go, where it's the same song and it's just like the guest features, slapped on there somewhere in the song.
Lay it on top.
I was like, wait a minute, they really started all the way from the top and redid this whole song. I loved it. They sounded really good together.
They did.
I'm a fan. I liked it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I did.
I'm ready for Coco Jones' next project.
I am
Ooh,
too.
yeah.
I'm also ready
I'm
for
gonna work this till
right.
till the ICU
To the
wheels
ICU
fall off.
wheels fall off, baby.
Till I get put in the ICU.
And
for
I think that it'll be really nice to also get something live from her.
Oh.
And something first of all, the new project should be probably like just upbeat and R&B, giving you those good vibes. But I would love to see some shit like Coco Jones live one night at like the Kennedy Center or some random shit
okay.
in like a gown and just like
Singing.
like an orchestra in the back and her just like singing not only her songs but like classic, like old classics. Old R&B classics going in.
That would be cute.
That would be
Like hearing her sing some "How Can I Ease the Pain" and like hearing her like just Coco Jones takes on R&B. Period. Like I would be seated, ready,
Seated.
Seated.
I actually would be. So I like to see that come to fruition. I don't know if that's anybody's judge, but whoever's listening to me, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I'll plan it. I'll plan it and everything. Just let me know. I'll find the venue. I'll find out. We can work together on a set list. Some R&B classes, get them together. I have a vision.
Yeah.
Coco Jones, one night of R&B, and it can be her songs along with like a bunch of artists, her covering just some good, feel good vibes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I feel it and I see it now, and I need to make it happen.
Vision.
I don't know how, but I need to make it happen. Next, bitch, you a scrappy dude. JT, no bars.
JT, no bars.
What did y'all feel? How did y'all feel about JT, no bars? Let me go with Nika first. How did you feel about no bars?
Looked like she had some, y'all.
I cannot.
Well, the song called No Bars. I'm just saying she has some bars.
Listen, there were some takeaways from that song.
I'm like, there were some takeaways. You can't lie.
I'm not gonna lie. How'd you feel, Frenchie?
You know what? I liked it. I mean, I've always felt like JT was a good rapper. So
Yeah.
I mean, she rapped.
She rapped.
I will say, I felt like the second verse, I was like, I could have done without. But I still like the song overall.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I also too, I liked it. I was listening to it while I was driving because if you've been to Texas, you got to drive. Everything is far and wide in between.
Yeah.
So I was listening to all the new music while I was out there, and that one I listened to a couple times. You could bop to it.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
I might need to play that shit again whenever I get in the car. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Turn it up.
So if you ain't heard it, go hear JT No Bars, okay?
Yes.
Get
Get you some captions.
Precisely.
Right. Post the girl pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Pushing P.
You can get a couple good IG
you can.
captions.
You can.
And
Get 'em
Twitter, and everything.
Get them off.
Just get them. Just go through the lyrics and just write down all your favorites so that you have some in the can for
Get 'em
whenever
off.
you feel like
I need to hit him with something good.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta hit him with.
Pull it out.
Bet you a scrappy do. Boom. Next, Sir and Alex Isley, Back to Love.
Yes.
It was love.
It was.
It was love in a song.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
But they both sound so good.
They
Yes.
I mean,
do. They sound great. Sir, stop playing with me. You might as well go ahead and give us your next project.
Yeah.
Should.
Immediately.
I don't know how long you want me to be singing John Redcorn. Hurry up.
do you know what I was playing? You know what I played multiple times
What?
this week, and I was just like, melting in it.
What?
I played Still Blue.
Please, because that is my song. It doesn't matter, Sir, and whatever female vocalist you want to put him on the track, it's gonna sound so beautiful. We've heard him with Jill Scott, Alex Isley. We've heard him with Sabrina Claudio. God,
Smooth.
just good.
By the way, I don't know if y'all know this, but this is just a random plug that I have. It's really random, actually.
Okay.
But Maxwell's going on a cruise next in February. It's the, what's it called? It's called the Urban Hangout Cruise. Maxwell's headlining the cruise.
I gotta tell my mom.
Maxwell's headlining the cruise, and there are multiple people like Music Soul Child, I think, is going to be there. Sabrina Claudio is going to be on she's on the list. It's a thing. And I was like, this might be something I want to go to.
No, for
Right.
So for those who don't know, go look up the cruise, baby, and go Urban Hangout with Maxwell.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's cute, right?
Found
Yeah.
it.
See, I told you. Urban Hangout Cruise. Who'd it say? Who'd it say? It says, let me see it. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
You're the one who got the signal. It's Maxwell, Lettucey, Robert Glasper, Sabrina Claudio, Music Soul Child, Leela James, Gallant. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is cute. I'm just saying.
Nice.
I'm just saying, get up there and do it. If y'all want to hear it, do it.
Oh.
And also, if the cruise company wants to place an ad with us, we got you. Thank
Okay.
you.
That looks.
We got you. Thank you.
We got you.
That looks fun.
But back to Sir and Alex Isley, I think both of their voices sound so good together.
Yes.
It's effortless. I think it's very nice whenever things just come together vocally, and it makes sense. This made perfect sense. But I also feel like Alex Isley is one of those artists that can just really float over every and anything.
Yeah.
It don't matter who. Alex Isley can be with a hard rapper.
Yeah.
Alex Isley can be with a singing singer. It don't matter. Alex is always going to hit the pocket,
Float.
find it, and float in it. And it sounds so good. And it's just like, it's effortless, man. This is a great song. If you haven't heard it, you need to go hear it. So again, Sir and Alex Isley, Back to Love.
Get into it.
Get into
good.
it. Ray Louise came up with a song.
Yes.
OTW, on the way, right?
Yeah.
For those who know Ray Louise's music, this is a little different.
Yes,
was.
it
It's a little
was.
different for Ray Louise. But
I was like,
She started. That's why she started the track off like, "Hey, it's gonna be different."
It is.
Right. I was like, is this the same Ray Louise?
Yeah, it's
I
the
knew
same.
it was, but I was like,
I was happy to be fair. People know I love Ray Louise. We've talked about it on the show plenty of times before, but
Yes.
I feel like this was very much I'm in my bag and I'm that girl. And I like that energy.
yeah.
I always like when she brings the energy. She's effortless. And I mean, it felt like she got bars for you, baby.
Yeah. I was
Right.
like,
She
okay.
could rap you down and she could sing you down. Don't even
She
start.
not playing with it.
She's a lyricist.
I loved it.
I did too.
Great.
The energy that came with it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
is this gonna be like kind of like a new direction that you're taking,
Right.
with your sound, or it's just gonna be like I'm gonna do this here
Yeah.
and there? Either way,
I'm here for it.
Give me a little taste of something. I love it all, baby. So,
Yes.
Ray Louise, keep doing what you do. We always gonna
Keep
listen. We got
doing-
our ears to the streets, baby. And we follow you, so we know what's going on.
Yep.
So we can't wait to hear some more.
Yes.
And come to LA and perform.
Please.
Please, please, I beg of you, please. Let the gods be in my favor that will happen.
right.
Let's get into it. Troye Sivan,
Yeah.
Rush.
Yeah.
I feel the rush.
Addicted to your touch.
I mean,
Oh, I feel the rush.
hey,
Okay.
I mean, this is the new gay anthem. Right
It
next
is.
to Padam. I mean, it's
Yeah.
slid in right there.
Yeah.
It's like we're here. Padam, Rush. Both.
I feel like Padam is like what you play like when you're getting ready to go out and have a good time. But rush is when you're in the thick of it.
Yes.
You are in the thick of having a good time.
Yes.
And this comes on.
Exactly.
You're sweating.
Yeah, you feel like you're not really here, but you are, but you're kind of like in a movie, but
you want to take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Out of body experience, really.
Yeah.
The video, even
Amazing.
better.
The video was
Sexy.
great. It was great.
Why didn't they call me?
My favorite shot was They should have called you.
Should have called me.
My favorite shot was the one with the keg. I was like, that's sexy.
Yeah, they lifted him up and
And he like slept.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was cute. I liked it.
Whoa! So y'all, if you want a real shake, shimmy down and dance, go listen to Rush, okay? You'll feel the I guarantee you would.
You will.
You will for the rush.
Right. Next, Idman, Risk.
Yes.
The whole project, I believe, was well executed and done.
I believe too.
This is the first time I listened to a whole project. I'm not sure if I've listened. Have we listened to any more Idman or not?
I want to say
this is
no.
the first one that. Yeah, this is the first.
I enjoyed the project. Let me look at my songs really quickly just to pull them up and see. I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi. But I'm gonna see
What?
No Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's not loading currently. Thank you, Nika.
No problem.
Oh, you were so kind. Got that good 5G. I got an LTE and my shit still can't get it together. Oh, you got all these bars too. You got T-Mobile?
Yeah.
Let me
So
see
you
you.
need to get on that T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Damn, Verizon is slipping.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I loved Hate. Of course, I think that we kind of talked about Hate before, but I loved Hate. I loved Beach. And In My Feels. Did anybody have any favorites from this project?
Yeah. I really liked Good Life and In My Feels. Those are my two.
Yeah, I liked Hate, Good Life, and Beach.
Yeah.
Beach was sexy to me.
Beach was
Beach was my
definitely
one. That's my top.
Sexy.
I mean, that's my top. Beach was so good.
Yeah, that was good.
Sexy.
So y'all, go give Idman a listen. If you ain't listened to her yet, okay? Give her a listen. Now, Mahalia came out a project. Thank you. IRL.
Yes.
Whenever I tell you, I have no complaints. I have no complaints.
Me either. I think when we talked about Cheat a couple weeks ago, I kind of said, basically was like, she can do no wrong in my eyes.
And didn't.
Right, and did it.
And she did.
Did not 1 ounce of wrong. Joyce Rice! Woo!
Yes, Joyce
Where's my applause? Y'all know how we feel about Joyce Rice at this show.
Love Joyce.
Yes, we love her.
LA native, okay? We love you, Joyce Rice.
Love you, Joyce.
But even getting Destin Conrad on here,
Yeah.
I mean, everything flowed together. It was the right amount of people who were featured, and it was also just the right amount of "This is me" on here, like just my own songs.
Yeah.
I think that she executed this project perfectly. I want to see what it looks like on tour.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I want to see it performed. I don't know how that looks, how that's going to come together, but
I'm ready to support, and make sure you support her and buy the album.
please do.
Please support your artist.
Buy and stream. Do all what you need to do.
Yes, buy and stream. Do all you need to do. I'm definitely going to buy, especially if it's on vinyl, because
Oh, come on. If we get a vinyl version.
if I get a vinyl version, I'm definitely
get
getting
that.
it.
It's really good.
Yes. So I recommend. Does anybody have any favorites?
Yeah. So outside of the ones that we've already talked about on the show before, I really liked Ready and IRL. That's so funny. The bookends of the album. Wow. Yeah.
I liked Ready, In My Bag, and I think it was Isn't It Strange?
Come on.
That's a good one.
I
The
think-
whole project's good.
Yeah, I think I need to I'm going to give it one more listen so I can pick my favorites, because I feel like whenever I was listening to it, I was also doing a lot of things. But I want to give it one more listen so I can actually give some honest, truthful favorites. But I love the whole project. It's cohesive.
Very much.
It's not everywhere. It makes sense. And that's what I like the most about it. So go listen to it now.
Listen.
Mahalia, IRL.
Yes.
And with that, that is the end of my Gust of Wind segment, y'all.
Yes. We had some good music,
We did.
Yes.
which was good. Because last week we didn't even talk about music, and I know y'all missed it.
I know
I
y'all
know y'all
did.
missed
I
it.
know
There were
y'all
some-
did. We
there were
had
some
some
good
good
things
things.
that came out.
And I
We
was thinking
did.
about adding it in, but I said
just would've been
timing-wise,
too
this
much.
would have worked.
Would have just been too much.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, are we ready to get under our umbrella?
Let's do it.
Let's put up our little umbrellas. Ooh, that sounded like doo-doo-doo.
Yay!
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be leading our under our umbrella this week, and I just wanted to talk about the way that social media kind of shapes us, changes us, influences us, however you want to take it. It affects us, right?
Yeah.
So, the way that like this came into my mind and wanted to like do a little researching on it and talk about it was because I saw one of like the hot topics on Twitter this week was ice cream dates. Mm-hmm. Ice cream dates.
I did see
Something
that.
so small and trivial was blown up across Twitter for like 3, 4, 5 days. I mean, the people could not give up the ice cream dates. So basically what it was about was someone posted like a text screenshot, and basically within the screenshot they were saying like, oh, I can't wait for our date or whatever, blah blah blah, we should go and get some ice cream. And then the person responded and said, excuse you, I'm a grown-ass woman, I don't do no ice cream dates, that's not gonna work for me, so let's just nip this in the bud right now. We don't even need to meet up. I know we're not compatible, but you know, good luck out there.
Okay.
And they were like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you know, they posted the screenshot.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't cool. Right. They were mad.
Because they were mad.
Yeah.
They were mad. So they posted this screenshot, and it just took social media by storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you had people like on one side of the argument kind of like, well, I mean, that is kind of true. I mean, when you're a grown person, when you're a grown woman, you know, or, you know, grown man, whatever, grown they, you know, just basically saying that like, oh, ice cream dates, that's like bottom of the barrel. That's like less than, it's just like minimum effort. And that you really just should not accept that once you become an adult. Like an ice cream date is not enough. That's some shit you do like with your friends or your family or something like that. But not a date you take with someone that you're interested in. And then there was the other side of the argument that was like, well, I love ice cream. That would have been me. Well, I mean, just the I love ice cream part, but they're like, I love ice cream. Ice cream dates would be so cute to me. I think they're really fun. You know, it's like it's very like low pressure because you're out at like, I mean, it's just fucking ice cream all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a serious sit down dinner, and it makes me feel more comfortable. And also people were sharing like some little anecdotes about how they met their wife or their husband, and it all started from an ice cream date and all these kinds of cute little things. So yeah, it was like very polarizing for days long on the app about if ice cream dates were okay or not. And I saw like one specific account. I can't think of what the ad is right now, but anyway, I'm gonna tell you what they did. So basically they weighed in on like the ice cream situation and were like, oh, if that were me, like I would love an ice cream date. Like I think that's so sweet, and I would have no problem with that being like a first date or whatever. I think that's really cute. I love it. And then someone posted a screenshot of like from like a month or so before that tweet of them saying like, I'm a grown ass woman and I don't fuck with no ice cream dates. I don't do that shit over here. You better take me to dinner or else. Like basically, you know, like ice cream no, dinner yes.
Yeah.
But then a month later they were like, ice cream, I love it, it's the best, it's
so
great. Ice cream's so good. And yeah, and it just made me think like, wow, either their perception really just like changed in like this month of time, because that is possible, but it made me think about the way that people kind of like sway their opinions to what they think will be like acceptable when you're on social media.
Groupthink.
groupthink. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I also thought about our everybody's new favorite, Pinky Doll.
Yeah. Pinky doll.
Pinky Doll is I think she's like French Canadian.
Yeah.
And she's on TikTok, and she goes live, and there's kind of like everybody's live caters to some kind of niche. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
And the niche that she caters to is like, I guess they call it like NPC something, which is like a non-playable character, which is kind of mimicking like video games, basically, like when you're kind of like in a character selector and they kind of react to, you know, you changing things up about the character, right?
Yeah.
So they'll do things like those, and her ice cream, and she's like, oh, ice cream's so good, you know? But my favorite is when they send her the cowboy hat, and she goes, yeehaw, you got me feeling like a cowgirl, let me ride it. That's my favorite one.
Pinky Doll's making a bag and having fun.
Making a bag, having fun. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Exactly.
Fire, fire, fire.
Fire, fire. Gang, gang. Right? And I mean, like right after the ice cream date conversation stopped, the Pinky Doll conversation started.
Yeah.
And I was seeing so many people just like rain down fire on this girl. Like, this is so weird. You bitches are weird. What kind of shit is this? What are we turning into? What is the world coming to? Oh my God, this is so terrible. This is weird, blah, blah, blah. For days, people were talking about how weird it was, how strange it was. But then somebody, I've been in her life, so I've seen it go up, and I've seen her have like thousands of people in there at one time. And when you're on TikTok, what happens is people that are watching, they can send you gifts. These gifts cost real money. That real money gets like converted through the gift to the creator, basically, so they get the money, but not the full amount.
Yeah.
But you still see like how much gifts they're getting, and you know how much these gifts cost because you can see them in the panel. So once somebody kind of did some calculations, it was like, hold on. Pinky Doll, she went live last night, and I watched it, and she made a couple $1,000s last night.
Yeah.
This might not be so weird.
Oh, money makes it not weird.
Right.
Interesting.
Right, because now she's making the money,
Okay.
right? So then from that day when that post came out about like just how much money she was making, then all of a sudden, I kid you not, I hopped on TikTok like that very next day, and I couldn't scroll without coming across a live of someone, particularly black people, because Pinky Doll's black, so you know, which were the people who were saying how weird it was, blah blah blah, and now to see them on TikTok going live and copying exactly what she's doing. And I'm not saying, you know, she does this and it's only her. Other people do it too, but I mean, they're literally like copying the accent and doing things like that. Like they're really mimicking her because now they see, oh, what we thought was weird is making money. So now it might not be it's not so weird. I'm going to do it too, so I can make me some money. And now they're making money from it too. And so it just kind of just really made me think of how much like our opinions shift in media on like a day-to-day, even like an hour-to-hour basis, you know? So my first question is like, so what social media apps do you use like the most, do you think?
Oh, Twitter. Yeah.
Twitter.
Between Twitter and Instagram, those are the two that I use the most. But Twitter, is the one.
Yeah. I feel like Twitter and TikTok they might be neck and neck for me. I spend a lot of time on both. Which is kind of like how much time do you think you spend like on these apps? Even if you just say a lot.
I don't know. I feel like on Twitter, it's a lot. For me, it's like Twitter and Pinterest because I'm just scrolling, looking at things on Pinterest.
No, Nika be on Pinterest.
She do be on
all
Pinterest.
day. Pinning shit. I be like, whoa.
You out
It
here
could be on
pinning
Pinterest.
shit.
I'd be like, are you shopping on Pinterest? Because Pinterest also looks like shopping.
You
Like,
can shop, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it could be on Pinterest every day too. Mm-hmm.
I like finding cool things on there, and I can't find another place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I spend a lot of time. I'm
Yeah.
just going to say a lot because I
Yeah.
know I do. If I have my phone in my hand, I'm
Yeah.
checking my app, and my phone is in my hand all
All
the
the
time.
time. Yeah, exactly.
It's
If last
glued.
time, like at work or doing something, if I'm on my phone, 10 times out of 10, I've checked Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah,
Less than 5 minutes ago.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's almost like, did I just check it? Let me check it again.
Yeah.
Did I just check it? Let me
I'll
check it again.
scroll, get to the tweet that I left off at, scroll again,
scroll again.
Yeah.
back up to the top,
Refresh.
see what else I see. No, it's just, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Check the group chat.
Yeah.
See what's
You know?
going on.
Exactly. And it's so funny. Well, yeah, I spend a lot of time on both. Hey. All right.
Hey.
I'll be on there. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
But when you're kind of like, on these social media apps and we're scrolling, we're reading, like you don't really realize just like how much information you're taking in
All at one
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
all at one time. Like so many things are just like slap you upside the head with like an opinion of something. And I wanted to know if you guys feel like social media kind of affects your point of view of like your values, or I don't know, just the way you think about certain things. Like, do you feel like social media has affected that in some way?
I mean, I feel like that there's no way it could have not. I grew up whenever social media was growing with me.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a way that I could avoid it affecting my values or how I think about certain things because I grew up with it.
Yeah.
Like I grew up with the MySpace. I grew up with the Facebook. I grew up with the when all these things started.
I was there.
I was there. Like, I was there. So I think that it's really hard for it not to affect my values.
Yeah.
Because in a certain way, social media has really shaped me,
Right.
who I am today.
Right.
Imagine my life without social media,
You be
without the
your parent.
MySpace, without the Facebook, without the Twitter, without
The
everything.
chat rooms, the
Yeah.
virtual worlds.
Yeah.
This is-
Right.
I can't. I would be probably moving a lot different in this world.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Gang, gang.
Gang gang. Yes. What do you think, Mika?
Yeah, I think it's hard to avoid, especially like Wes said, like we grew up in it from the beginning till now, and all the acronyms and stuff that we learned over time, like they've only progressed, and there's
Yeah.
just new ones every day. The AFK has turned into a bunch of other shit. The LMAO,
I know.
the ROFL.
I'll never forget back
Right.
whenever I was really using my email and emailing people on a regular because that was
That's what I had.
there was no like DM feature.
Right.
Exactly.
You had to email people, and I would send my grandma emails. My grandma would always end her emails with LOL.
That is so cute.
And I'd be like, why are you laughing? She's like, lots of love. And I'd be like,
Bro.
Okay.
Okay.
We can
but
all
hey,
have our own
we all have our own
interpretation.
things, right? I
Everybody-
was like,
yeah.
well, I know when my grandma says LOL, she's not laughing at my ass. Like, she's sending me love.
Sending me
Right.
love.
You send her
Yeah.
a picture of your hair. LOL.
Lots of love. Lots of locks.
What? Oh no, this is green. She said lots of love. She's not
Lots of
laughing
love.
at me. Yeah, I agree. I think it's kind of like you're thinking a little too highly of yourself if you really believe that like you're not affected by social media because it's all around us.
Yeah.
We interact with it every day, all day. I mean, we can't even like have our phone in our hand without wanting to check one of the apps, one of the minis, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I really do feel like it definitely has affected me and yeah, my personality and things like that. I feel like for example, like when I'm here and I'm on this mic and we're doing the Black Umbrella, like I'm Frenchie when I'm on the mic, and Frenchie on the mic is Twitter me in my head.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like, oh, okay, I I could be like a little bit more extreme in like my views and what I will and won't do, or you know what I'm saying? Or like I can say what?
It'd be a little loosey goosey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Be a little loosey goosey,
Okay.
right? Mm-hmm.
Off the leash.
You know, like, I could just be a little bit more free and like,
Yes.
you know what I'm
Spread
saying?
your wings.
Because not only does like social media affect the way that we view things, either on social media or like in our real world, but it also kind of like gives an extra bit of freedom to people, because it's like, oh, well, this is like an account. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's me, but it's like, it's my account.
Yeah.
So like I can create whatever
you want, whoever you want.
Yeah, whoever I want
Scary.
is who that's going to be. So I'd be like,
You can go back and forth with your own self.
you can go back and forth with your own self.
Scary and liberating. All
People
at
do
once.
it.
No, they do it, and it's
People do it, and they be getting caught up because they accidentally liked or responded with the real account to the burner account, and they're like, oh, damn. Yeah.
bantering with yourself.
Bantering with yourself, texting yourself, like so many things go on social media to like charge us up. You know what I'm saying? Like get us ready for something, anything.
There was a time where Twitter didn't have bookmarks, right? So you would have to, so you have to send yourself the tweets. That shit was sent.
And now they're all in one place.
But there was a time where you had to literally send yourself
The
your own
tweets.
tweets
So that you can have it.
Right. And it's so funny because I was thinking like, oh, like I remember having a MySpace. Like MySpace was one of like I remember AIM, like all these things. And it's like, well, I was really there like in the beginnings of social media, because you really have to think like there really was like nothing. If you wanted to talk to somebody, you wanted to hear somebody's opinion on something, you need to turn on like, I don't know, the nighttime talk show, you know, like the daytime talk shows kind of thing. You listen to the radio, or you call your friend, or you have to literally go and see your friend. It wasn't like, oh my God, girl, you see this in the newspaper? Like, I'm gonna send it to you real quick. Like, it wasn't, you could not do that.
No,
like,
all they had was chat rooms. You could find certain chat rooms or forums even, but
it wasn't like as easily shareable, highly shareable as like it is now, and as connected as it is now. Even when you think of things like music, right?
Yeah.
Because I was literally thinking like, I remember when streaming like wasn't even a thing. Like I was around when streaming was not even a thing.
Yeah.
Like
We had Napster.
you had to buy the album.
You did.
Or you had to go pirate it off of something. And
LimeWire.
it was going to give you all kinds of bugs.
It may not sound as high quality, but it was still the song, baby.
Probably got DJ drops all over it.
Yes.
Like, it was a mess. You could, at that point, it wasn't even like, oh, I'm just going to like go to YouTube and search it up on you. Because people weren't even posting music on YouTube yet.
Weren't.
No.
Like, ooh, we had to really go through a lot. And now, like, the whole world is just boom.
Yeah.
Right in our hands. We get music, we get news, we get opinions, pop culture. It's all just like in the palm of our hands. And so, sometimes, you know, it's like that's kind of dangerous to have it all right here in your hand, because there was a study that some scientists at Columbia University and the French National Institute conducted, and they found that 59% of the links that are retweeted on Twitter are not clicked on. So that means like 6 in 10 people don't actually read the articles before they post them.
Headline.
Just the headline, or just like a little summary or whatever, and they post it. And it doesn't matter if it's real news, fake news, it doesn't matter, because 59% of people on the app are not actually clicking it.
Yeah.
Right.
You see a headline. That's more than half the people. You just see a little headline, somebody posts it, and they post that, you know,
that catch-all.
Right. That one sentence that's like, this is blah, 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 something really inflammatory, just to get the whole app
In flames.
in arms. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, that's so crazy because I wish I could think of what. I can't think. But like
back in the day, whenever everybody was posting that man with all that hair and his daughter with all that hair, and that hair was not real, and they were on every news channel, and nobody was fact checking, and I was like,
that wasn't even his daughter.
And it was so wild to me because I was like, it didn't even look real to begin with, right?
Creepy.
It looked very not real. But I was like, for them to bring them, I mean, there are some interesting like ethics that we need to go by. Like it's not like you can't just ask them, mind if I up in there and really see if that's your hair. But if you don't have, I'm gonna need you to send our team a video of that scalp and you parting over each layer. So, and if you want to not send it, that's fine, but you will not be on this show. Like I need to see proof that is your crop, that is your mane. You and send a video. But no, they was going with it. Oh my God, so much. How long did you
buying
grow
the
it?
hair product?
And I'm like, do these niggas really have this hair? There's no way. And there was no way.
There was no
way.
It was no way.
Fooled you all.
Fooled you all. And then that makes people have an emotional response. And even more, the opposite of the emotional response they had originally. Because at first it's like, oh my God, I love this. I'm happy for this. Yay. Black man and his daughter growing their hair and selling hair products. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And then you find out it's actually not real. It was all fake and they were scammers and all this kind of stuff. Then you get the other side of it, which is like, okay, now I'm angry.
Because I've been deceived.
Deceived.
Yeah.
I've bought this product and it fucked me up. Or like, you just go. Lots of emotions are like flying through you as you're just scrolling from tweet to tweet or video to video, whatever. Like, even during times like I think of like the pandemic, right? There was a lot of injustice still going on, of course, right? Black folks were still getting slain in these streets, but we were all inside at the same time, and people were also at the same time trying to figure out what to do to bring like some levity to our lives. And you would literally go from seeing a video of a black person being murdered by a police officer, and then you scroll to the next thing and it's like, here's new COVID information, blah blah blah. A new variant is out, and then you scroll from that, and it's like, watch the Versus tonight, Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. Like you go from like angry to like, okay, like that kind of put like a little sad thing on me to like happy in like 0.2 seconds. She's went right. So not only does it just affect like our emotions, it affects our mental health as well. And so basically like social media, of course, is a great source of news and information and things like that. But multiple studies have shown that it could be bad for our thinking. Okay. So basically, because we're taking in all this information all the time, our like perception and our reasoning gets warped while we are on these apps. And basically it leads to like errors in our judgment. Yeah. Right. So like ways we wouldn't usually think, now we're thinking those ways. We're acting in a way that we usually wouldn't because of what we're seeing on our phones.
Right.
And that's because we get things like likes, right? Retweets, comments, gifts, and all these other kind of things get interacted with when you post something. And so basically like it's like your brain sees it as like you're getting a reward. Yeah. And so then you're kind of stuck in like this feedback loop of like, I'm going to post something, I'm going to get reactions, it's going to make me feel happy, and I'm just going to do it all over again. But basically like when you're under the influence of like those kind of feedback loops, social media, people who use social media struggle basically to make good judgment and critical thinking. And also online, okay, however, so like most website posts, so like Twitter posts and things like that, at least the ones that are like intended to go viral, like if you'll notice, they use very like similar tactics. So like they purposefully use like explosive, explicit, like language. They kind of form questions in the same way. Like, for instance, when Keke Palmer was at the Usher concert, you know, they were like, would you let your girl wear this?
Yeah.
Are you a real man if you let your woman act like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, purposefully
that
saying
ownership
things.
is so ill.
It's so ill, right?
That patriarchal ownership of someone and their
it's so gross.
Ooh.
It's
That's something you
so
need to have with
gross.
your own partner at your own discretion in privacy, not with us. We don't need to see it.
Exactly.
We really don't.
None of my business.
We really don't.
I'm gonna watch it because it's there now, but it's also none of my. I shouldn't know this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I really shouldn't. But yeah, like, you have to realize that, like, when people post certain things, like, they're saying it to purposefully get like an emotionally charged reaction out of you, and most of the times the reaction that they want out of you is anger.
Yeah.
Right. So it kind of creates like a little echo chamber, you know what I'm saying, with just like negativity rolling around all day, you feeling angry all day while you're on social media, and it just like heightens your emotions. It's gonna polarize the people on the app, like with Pinky Doll, right? And it kind of just turns every conversation into like us versus them.
Yeah.
That's like the tactic that's always brewing on social media, is like us versus them. So I just kind of want to talk about, what do y'all think are some ways to like be more mindful when you're on social media? Because of course we can't escape the effects. It's gonna hit you upside the head, right? But we can take some kind of precautions, you know, to limit it, at least for yourself on a personal basis.
Yeah.
I think it's always important for everyone to take a social media break. I've taken plenty. I've taken years long breaks. The only thing I had in college, I think, was a Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
And that is so different because you're not really, back in those days, Snapchat wasn't like it wasn't a channel or a news or you can watch. It was literally like you can just snap your friends what you doing. And that was it. But I didn't have a Twitter. I didn't have an Instagram. I didn't have none of that. So I went through all of college not having a social media. So I experienced it without that, and I enjoyed it. I was really in the moment.
I know it.
I was really, because there was nothing for me to check. Like, I wasn't like I'm going to go check Twitter to see if this picture or this or this that, or I'm going to go check to see if anybody liked my tweet or if what's going on Twitter. Every time I had downtime, I might be on Snapchat. I might be snapping friends, but that's it. Like, I was only talking to my friends. I didn't have a Facebook. I wasn't out here. I was in life. I was in the moment, and I wanted to live life like that. Like, I know some people who had some interesting, very rough social media trials and tribulations in college.
Yeah.
And I never had to face it because I just never had it.
That's good.
So I lived in all of my college moments, like present. And I really appreciated that. I think back now, like, damn, you really had shit. But I did. I had so much more than what everybody else has. So I wasn't mad at that. So I would just say take social media breaks, like, if you need to. I've taken them. Like, delete the apps off your phone. Don't check them. If you don't trust yourself not to check them, then just delete them completely.
Yeah.
If you're on the apps, you can filter out what you can see if you want to see. I mean, you will never see a post of Paula Patton in my Twitter. I had that filter.
I know you did.
Capitalize, uncapitalize, everything you could think of.
All one word.
In every variation, honey.
I even got Paul Patton.
Okay, all of those
I forgot an
things.
A.
Like, you won't see it. I won't see it on my timeline. Like, whenever that fried chicken stuff was happening with her. Someone had to tell me. I had thrown out everything you could possibly think of.
Oh my God.
So you can filter out the things that was a little joke, but you can really filter out what you want to see. You really can. And also just limiting how much time you have, depending on your self-control, if you can. If you know yourself and you know that you can actually limit the time that you spend on social media, do it. It's my advice.
Yes. What about you, Nika?
I know one thing people always say is, like, just don't have your phone next to you when it comes to being in your personal space, like in your bedroom. Because, I mean, we all have the habit of, as soon as we wake up,
baby.
First thing.
Grab that phone.
Grab that phone.
I grab that phone. First thing I'm checking, emails. That's always number one.
I never
First
check
thing I
emails
check.
first. I think I might check my text messages first.
I check those last.
Oh, okay. That's so interesting. It's so interesting how we all navigate our devices.
Right.
I definitely check my text first, and I don't even really check email until like the end of the day. But yeah, I check my text first, and then I go to Twitter.
Yeah, like doing that, or like Wes said, if you know that you can't limit yourself, then just delete it, or if you want to have some type of like limiter on like your apps and stuff, on your device or whatever, you can put a limit on it or lock it or whatever. Like put yourself on parental control.
Yeah.
Type. Or take a break and just get in tune to someone else. Like replace what you're deleting off your phone with something physical out in the world.
Amen. I agree.
Mm.
That was gonna be my advice. So just like go engage in the real world. Go out there. There really is a world out there. Yes. All the things, all the people that you see on your social media, all the things that they're talking about, all comes from things that are happening in the real world. So go out and experience what's really out there in the world. Like, I know I talked about this like a few months ago, maybe at this point, I don't know, about how like that was kind of like my challenge for myself this year, was like to really get out there and like just really experience things, go places that I've never gone before, do things that I never did before, even if I have to go to, like by myself. Just really immerse yourself in that, and then I feel like then social media will become more of like maybe a place that you just spend like a couple hours on here and there just to see what's going on, or even more so just like a place to connect with people that you've met out in the real world, people you are friends with in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can connect with them there. And I'm not saying you can't have friends on the medias, because you can. Everybody got a little something. Internet friend. I can't think of what to call it. Internet friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your friend. Pal. Your friend away from home.
Yeah. Your pen pal.
Your pen pal. Just go out there, explore the world. There's so much out there. And then just think about it. If you go out there and you do things in real life, then you'll just have even more things to talk about online if you choose to share those things. Or you can just share those things with people around you and in your circle. And also, just if you need to find a way to limit yourself, there are apps out there, as well as, if you have an iPhone, you can put like the little screen time limiter thing on there and all that. But if you don't have that, or if you want something like even more, you can actually download like apps that'll limit your screen time across certain apps and things like that. But yeah, I think it's important, because sometimes you can really lose yourself on social media, and then you get back out around people and you're like,
how do I know?
All I have to talk about is what happened on Twitter today. All I have to talk about is like what I saw on TikTok or what I saw on Instagram. Like, I don't really have like real things that I witnessed firsthand to like speak about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like those moments will really have you like, I need to reevaluate some things. Like, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah.
And I feel like people always feel or say that whenever they're not on social media, or if they're not on social media or taking a break, they always feel like, but I don't want to miss out on something. I don't want to miss out on what like might be hot or new, or what if Beyonce drops something, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
They feel like they're going to miss out on whatever new news, whatever new something there is. Whenever I tell you, baby, while you're sitting up there in that phone, you're missing out on life.
Yeah.
So please get out there and do what you want to do and actually live. Versus being afraid about, why are you worried about what notifications and what things you're missing in this screen? There's so much going on in your city and around you, for some people, not all.
Right.
But especially here, like, you're missing out on what's outside. Go outside. Go see what you got
You
going
can
on.
get you can get that dopamine rush from other things than your phone vibrating in your hand because there's something new popping off. You know? There's real life out there.
I took that vibrate shit off. No. I had to do that.
I cannot. But yeah, that's kind of all I had. Do y'all have like any last comments?
Yeah, just remember that while there are, those social media apps that will grind you down to pieces and make you into a robot, there are also those social media apps that force you to go outside, like hangout apps or whatever, that you can go hike with other people, or if you want to go golfing or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Just use some of those apps too.
Yes. Like I know there's one, like if you live in LA, there's one called Nudge, and they always send like something. It's pretty much like weekly. They'll send something and it's a list of just like things to do around the city in LA. Like so many shit that be coming through. I'll be like, wow, I've never heard of this. I never heard of this. And like I actually go and do the things and I really enjoy them.
Right.
I know another one, if you live in LA, I think it's called 222. I haven't gone to an event yet, but like I always get the text messages like, oh, we're having an event this day here, like pull up, come through. And they usually do like a dinner and then like a hangout after, so you can choose
Which
if you
one
want to
go to.
if you want to do both. Like, it's cool. There are ways to use social media still to connect in the real world.
Yes, exactly.
It's out there.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Well, we love y'all so much. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of The Black Umbrella. Can y'all believe we are halfway through season 5?
No.
Oh my gosh. Jesus. Jesus.
A few more months to go, honey.
Few more months to go. Yes. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at TBU Podcast. Send us an email at theblackUmbrellaPC@gmail.com. Let us know how you feel about our conversation about social media today. Do you feel like it affects you? In what ways do you think it affects you? And what ways do you disconnect from social media? Let us know. We would love to read it. We would love to talk about it. I want to say one more thing from our episode last week for travel with August. Someone left a comment on our YouTube about their travel pet peeve.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes. And they said that their travel pet peeve is when people act like they're the main character and they just wander off into places when they go out. Like, we're going out to the bar and we're all having a good time, and then you look up and you're like, where's Shelly?
And Shelly
Shelly done
at the speakeasy down the street.
down the street
With Brad.
and it's like, God, now we gotta go find Shelly.
Yeah.
They said that was their pet peeve. Either when you're with a group and that one person wanders off, or when the group wanders off and leaves back one person. Either way, leaving people, not a good
cute.
thing.
Remember,
Not cute.
no side quests, not by yourself.
No side quests. Okay, no side quests. Share your location with your folks
All
when you
of
go
them.
out.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody know where everybody is. Okay. And that's what we got this week. We love y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.